Hi everyone and welcome to a brand new art and journal challenge. In each video, I'll be spinning a wheel to choose different prompts, themes and creative inspiration for us all to work together, and it's going to be lots of fun. Sometimes that wheel just might choose colour palettes, a journal prompt, an art style, or something completely unexpected. It's a really fun way to spark creativity and try new ideas without overthinking. What we make can be used in all sorts of creative projects, art journals, junk journals, scrapbooks, card making, mixed media projects, or however you like to use them in your own crafting. You can use whatever supplies you have already and interpret the prompts in your own way. There is no right or wrong. Just time to relax, create, and enjoy the process. I'd love to see what you guys come up with too. If you have any ideas for prompts or inspiration you'd like to see added to the wheel, feel free to leave them in the comments or send them over on any of my social media. I'd really love to see this challenge grow with ideas from everyone, all of you as well. So with that said, let's give the wheel its very first spin and see what we'll be creating together in today's video. And we got floral! Absolutely. Now I did record that a few weeks ago, and I've also recorded some other footage a few weeks ago as well, but some of it has got corrupted. So I'm going to do my very best to piece this video together as best as I can. This is one of the watercolour images I did paint, and unfortunately the footage of me doing it got corrupted. But here it is in all its glory. It's mixed media, it's watercolours. This is the actual watercolour paper. So we've got watercolours, we've got pencil, we've got line work and acrylic white on top. Floral, absolutely love it. And then you might have seen a sneak peek in one of my other videos when I was showing you my art journal. I went ahead and I made this. If you're wondering what that is down the middle, it's masking tape, guys, because this lovely watercolour book, it does tend to crack along the line where the old glue is. So I've been doing like things like putting washi tape down the middle. But on this one I thought, well, I need to do some painting. So I put some masking tape down and we've done over the masking tape. This is beautiful pinks and purples, and some of it is actually raised with the crafting, whatchamacallit. I'm brain dead. Fibro brain dead. Crafting paste, modelling paste. That's what it is. And we've used some, I don't use inks, guys, because inks are very, very expensive. So what I use instead is food colouring, and it works just as well as inks. And we have some stamping on it as well. Again, with the black line work and some lovely white acrylic as well. I have also started to make 2 little journal booklets, but again the footage got corrupted. So what you're going to see next in the video, guys, is parts of that recording. Some of it's missing. As I said, please be aware that it's a bit scrappy, and I've tried to cobble it together the best I can with the missing corrupted recordings. So apologies, but hopefully you'll stick with me to see, because they are beautiful, beautiful little journal booklets. And hopefully you'll understand how I've put them together. Thank you. What I'm going to use for some of the inside papers is actual wrapping paper. And I get this from Amazon UK. And it's eco wrapping paper. And I thought we could use this one with some nice dots on it. As you can see, this pack came with like black dots, some little triangles, some little stars. So I could use some of that one, I think. And then this came in a roll, and it's lovely and floral. Look at that. And this one has squares on the other side, which I found very interesting. And we'll be combining those with some copy dyed paper. I also had another big bit of this left over, so I thought that we could actually make 2. Okay, so I've gone ahead and looked through the rest of my stuff. I found this, it's not showing very well on camera, but it's a lovely like baby pink swirly paper we could use. And then I looked through my 12x12s and I found some nice thick card. It is unfortunately just one-sided, but we should be able to make use of it somewhere. Got a beautiful floral on that one. And this has got more text and pink florals. And then we have this one, which is absolutely beautiful. And I've gone ahead and sorted out the papers for our two little booklets. They are 10 pages. Just take one out for you. So we've got the pretty wrapping paper. I used egg dye for some papers, and I got a lovely pink egg dye. We've got some tea dyed, some more tea dyed. I found this lovely paper as well. Again, it's one-sided, but we'll be able to do something with the reverse side of it. We have this paper, which is like a graph paper. And then we have our spotty wrapping paper, another egg dyed, and we have a little invoice paper in the middle. And that is the same on both the booklets. And I thought we'd be able to make two booklets together and sell them as a pair. I cut the cardboard of the cereal packet, so each back, the back and the front panel are exactly a 6 by 6 inch, and I've done the folds in the centre there at, I think, let me just double check, half an inch, or like just over 2.5 centimeters maybe. It's entirely up to you how you want to do yours, but I thought that that was just a nice little back part of it there. Unfortunately, my printables are not long enough to go all the way around. We have a gap here, but that's okay, because what I can do now is put some extra paneling in, some washi tape, or I even might make a I can't speak today, guys, sorry, a journal back pocket. I'll see, I'll put that one on there because that was beautiful and pink. And on this one, we're going to do the poppy. And then we'll incorporate the poppies into the other journal and some pink florals into this journal and keep all the same style and matching. So how I do that is I make sure we have a nice gap all the way around. So then when we do the folding in, we can make nice, clean corners like this. That's probably a little bit tatty, that one, but I'll tidy it up in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead now and finish covering our covers on the outside. Here are our little booklets so far then. On this one I've got poppies on the front, and on the back we've got the pink, I think they're roses, and I've got some nice floral washi tape just to cover that edge. And on the other one we've done it the opposite way. We've got the pink flower at the front and the poppy at the back with the same washi tape. Now I've been raking around as usual in my stuff and things. We already saw this earlier at the beginning of the video. So I'm thinking that just fits on there really nicely. We've also got some nice white bobbles, which we could just kind of slip underneath like that. A bit better than that, obviously, a bit neater. And then I've got some like vintage lace as well, which could just do something like that. So it would look like that. But I might bring it in a little bit, so it's not bang on the edge, but just bring it in a little bit like that. And then we can have a look at the florals we have and put some florals on. Also, guys, I've got some corners, and they come in a goldy colour, like a bronzy colour. I do have some vintage ones in there, not many, and we have a silvery colour as well. Just get those close to the camera for you. I'm actually thinking we could go with the gold, because I think it will tie in better. I don't have many of those ones. So I'm thinking the gold, guys. Yeah, let's go with the gold. Then if we do any trims or anything on the inside of the journals, we can use gold as well, just to highlight it up. So I'm going to go ahead now and fix these to the corners and see if we can come up with some kind of style to do on the covers. These are now, oops, stuck on. Lovely and firmly. They're not going anywhere fast. I think it just brings both of the little booklets out lovely. I'm not going to put too much more on them now because we'll still be working on the books and we don't want to damage anything. However, I thought with the pink one we could use this. Right, just tuck it in there. And then this little pink rose can just sit in there. And I thought that would be perfect to finish off that book with. I'm just going to put those to the side until we've actually finished putting the book together. For the red one, I thought this white flower with the gold, we can kind of sit it in there like that, and then we can use this, which looks like a poppy, and we can sit that one on there. Obviously it'll be a lot neater than that, guys, and that will be the finish to that book. But what we're going to do now is I have some little pots of paint, little gold paint. I've got this like silver, white, metallic, all metallic paint. So I'm going to get myself a wet wipe ready because we're going to get a little bit messy. I'm just going to take out the pages and I am going to pop my finger into the paint. I'm just going to gently drag it along the edge. Just like this. Doesn't matter if it goes thick. Doesn't matter if it goes thin. Just going to give a little bit of extra definition to the book. And then I'm going to put these aside to dry. Here we go. It's going to get a little bit awkward now because I have to hold it at the same time. That's a nice thick part there. Right, let's see if we can get this done. I'm going to put them aside to dry. Then we're going to think about what we are going to do for the inside panels. That will be our next step. How are we doing so far, guys? Do you like them? I think they look lovely. Alrighty, we've got the corners in. The gold trim has dried lovely. I've gone ahead and put some extra washi tape down the centre. I've made 4 back panels from some of the 12 by 12 that'll fit in here like this. And then I've picked some of this extra dotty paper. I've stuck it onto some card and these will fit like this. And then we've got some pink scraps of egg dyed. I'm going to put those over there as extra pockets, and I've lost it. Where's it gone? I've got this lovely red washi tape with a hint of white and gold when my camera stops being silly, gets it into focus. And I'm going to attach these very lightly by running the washi tape right across there. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm also thinking, no, don't know why I've got the black, I wanted the brown. I'm going to ink the panels and these panels as well, just to give it a little bit of a vintage feel. Okay, I think we're all caught up now with previous footage, so we shall crack on. The next step is to stitch our papers in, and I found this lovely, lovely coral coloured embroidery thread. I thought it would suit both of them very, very nicely. Quick look inside. These have now been completed with the pocket here and a pocket there. And I've also attached some more floral decorations, whatever you want to call them, into both of the little booklets. We're making some little tags to go in those later. But we're going to stitch in the papers now. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you in this video, guys. I have shown you this before in other videos for people who this is the first video they've seen. I'm going to describe how to do it and show how to do it. But if you've seen this before, 3-hole pamphlet stitch, please feel free to skip it ahead in the video. The videos are time-stamped for you to be able to do that. Okay, what I'm going to use today is a long needle. I love these long needles. They come in a pack of 3 from Amazon. And they're ideal for stitching your books. Ideal for stitching anything when you've got arthritis, but really, really good for stitching your books. I've gone ahead and I've loaded it with a double thread of the coral colour. I've measured out a piece of paper, scrap paper, which is that way of the book. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, my fibromyalgia today. Sorry, guys. My mouth and my brain are not connecting. That way. And the easiest way to do this, guys, to find your 3 holes is then you would fold that in half like that, and then you fold these parts up to the middle like that. Then you've got 3 equal parts. I've put little arrows on just to help guide me. And then when you go in, I'm going to do them separately. Then you go into the middle of your papers. Get your papers situated where you want them. When you put your template on, hold it fast. You'll need something like this, called a brad awl or an awl. Nice and sharp, pointy. Be very careful. This is why we've got this underneath. I find it easier just to slide it through, and then you guarantee that it's going to go through where the crease is and be nice and neat. It's going through straight into that towel like that. Put that to the side, and we're going to get our case. Now I've already put some dots on. I hope they're in the right place. Let me just double check, because I had to find the middle between here and here. I think they're in the right way. That one's not, is it? Right. It wants to be a little bit higher, so I'm just going to do that there. That one there. And then that one there. Keep your fingers crossed, we've got it right. Now a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. We're going to start in the middle. We're going to go all the way through. Like that. I'm going to pull it through. And you're going to leave yourself a little bit of dangly room. And then we're going to go in through the top. Oops, bashing things around. Sorry about the wobbly camera. I don't have a lot of space here, guys. I'm going to go through the top. Bashing the camera again. Where's my hole gone? There it is. Go through there. As you can see, we have to find the top holes. Go through. A lot of people do use paper clips to hold it all together, but I find if you get it too tight, you don't have maneuverability. I'm just going to pull that through, and sometimes you just need a bit of maneuverability, especially when it comes to going back through. It's not so bad going this way, but when you're going back through the other way, it can get a little bit fiddly. Pull it through at the bottom. make sure it's not getting tangled. Give it a little bit of a tug. You don't want to do it too tight at this stage because you need that manoeuvrability, especially when it gets to this part here. You can see how it's going. So you've pulled it through the back. That's your top part. So you're going to go back through the middle now and then back through this part without catching the other thread, which is a little bit fiddly. Come on. And you want to go catch that thread. Come on, you can do it. Sometimes in this last one you have to go page by page. Yeah, we'd missed one there, look. Just eke it through gently. Get that one. There we go. And I want to go the other side of this thread. Like that. So we end up with a thread at either side of the main part. Now instead of pulling that way, guys, because you can rip things pulling that way, just pull it that way. Make sure these edges are nice and tight. Want a proper little tug that way again. Just a little bit more. And then we can tie it off. And then I'm going to just snip those. I do like a bit of a dangle on my books, guys. Some people do, some people don't, but I do prefer a little bit of a dangly bit in the middle. Now, the last thing we need to do is get a bone knife or a ruler or your nail, whatever you need to do, because you'll find they don't sit very well. You see how it's bouncy? So what you need to do now is just go in and just flatten that part out there. It's already looking better, but we're going to keep going through the whole book, flattening the pages down. And this is why we do not do too much decoration on the front of the book, guys. This is one of the reasons, because you need to flatten it all down quite firmly, and also you'll be working on it as well. It will get used to itself. It will fit in properly and sit properly when it's had a little bit of a rest. But that should be a lot better now. If it's not, just give it a bit more of a tweak. Now we need to make some tags for here. I'm not going to do too much on the inside because these are notebooks and not proper journals. I might do some stenciling or some stamping, but we're not going to be adding lots of pockets and things like that. These are notebooks to be written in as a notebook. So I'm going to go ahead now and do the other booklet, and then we'll come back to make the tags. Okay, before we get to the tags, I just want to address these white pages. I have this lovely floral stencil. And I have some pinky red distress ink and also some gold. So I was thinking on the white page, we could kind of... Sorry if the camera's shaking, guys. Again, I do not have a lot of space here to work. I'm having to use my PC desk where I do my gaming. We could do it that way on the white. I think is there only one white? Or is there two white? Two. There we go. Need to turn that over, unfortunately. Just be careful. So that's on the white. And then I thought we could go in with some of the gold as well. On some of the browner paper. I think the pink's fine. Maybe some of like this paper. I can just do a very gentle gold. It will shimmer, but you won't be able to see it very well on the camera, guys, unfortunately. But it does shimmer. You'll have to trust me on that one. And turn it over to do the other side. Floral. I wonder what the old wheel is going to spin next. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you found this interesting. Any hints or tips? What if you have any? I'm really struggling today, guys. I apologise. If you have any ideas of what we can put onto the wheel, what you'd like to see. That looks a bit plain, doesn't it? Any ideas? Any art designs? Anything you feel could work well on the wheel for us all to do. It's not all about journal making. It's not all about art, journals. It's about everything we can possibly do. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Where was the other one? I think it's this one. I'll do this one with you, and then I'll go ahead and do the other book off camera, and then we shall come back and look at tags and what's the other word? The other word, stamps. Tags and stamps. That's what we're going to do next. Okie dokie, I've just dragged out everything we've got left from our pouch, all the scrap bits of paper that we've trimmed. Sparkly. Hello, baby. We've got some nice bits here. These bits of paper being trimmed as well. How many pieces of that do we have? 3. 3 is not going to be enough, but we can certainly use those. Can I have my book? Are you sitting on my book? Are you? Are you sitting on Mummy's book? Can I have it? We can do something with those there. That's definitely going to be used as a tag. We've got some lovely rest of the printouts to use. The papers that I designed as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these up on page. Hello, Barkley. I'll put these up in Facebook, guys. So, yeah, not the cat. No, you can't have my cat. But the papers that I've designed, these ones, I'm going to put them up in Facebook. This one. I'll come back when you stop pacing, guys. Right, as I was saying, this one and this one are the ones I actually paid for from Etsy. So I can't upload those for you, but we will use them in a moment. As one of those scraps there. These 2, and I think I've done another couple as well, are the ones I designed. I will definitely upload those into Facebook for you to download. The link to my Facebook group is always in the description of my videos and usually a pinned comment. So, where was it? I found another one. Barkley has now disappeared, bless him. He always likes to come and say hello. I thought in the front of the books we could maybe tuck in something like this. Is that going to be too big to tuck in? I think it is. Seems a shame not to use them. Let me just tuck up the bottom a little bit. Tuck them in there now. Like that on that one. That's a pretty one. I'm sure somebody, whoever gets the books, would like to use those to write on or whatever they want to do with them. So we'll put those in there. In the front and the back. Definitely going to make a couple of tags as well, guys. I just want to give people the option to use these or not. I mean, I think they'd look nice, but that's up to people, isn't it, when they get the book, whether they use it or not. It's tucked in there. The last one we'll tuck in the back. And then I shall go ahead and make some tags. Okay, a sweet little trick that I learned from Treasure Books channel. If you have something like masking tape, you can either do it 1 thick or 2 thick. I've done it just the 1 thick. So I pulled it out. And I used all of our scrap bits of paper and I've stuck them on to my masking tape. I did use a bit of glue in places as well. They were a lot longer than this. And then I just trimmed them. If you have a sewing machine, you can also run some stitches up and down it. But Treasure Books did say that the needle does get very sticky with it being the masking tape. And what I've done is I've just gone into the books, and in places like this, I've just glued them in as a page decal with a little bit of flourage, floral. Here's another one. I think they're just going to keep that one as it is. I think I should be doing about 3 or 4 in each book. Yep, there's 4 in that one. And there should be 3 in this one. It's just an ideal way, guys, of using up all your scrap bits of paper. But they don't have to be very big pieces either. Look, I've got some really tiny pieces. And on this one here, a really, really tiny piece. You can make some lovely embellishments. So that's got 1, 2, 3, a 4th one. It's going to go up there. I think it was this one I measured out. Was it this one or was it this one? Definitely not that bit. I think we're going to do it from there and cut that large piece down. Nice bit of glue. And stick that to there. Onto there. And we'll trim it off. Like that. And which way is this up? That way up. I'm going to get a bit of our fabric glue. And we'll stick a nice flower onto that pink there, just to bring that out. Get a bit of tissue, because this is getting to the end of it now, it's getting squidgy. Put that back on there. So now we've got 4 in each book. I've also gone ahead, stuffed some more bits of paper in. Oops, get that off there quickly. And made a couple of tags. That one goes in there. And we've got this one. And in this one, got that nice big poppy. And this one with the pink. So we're just about there, guys. I do want to do some stamping, so I'm now going to get my stamps out. And some, I think I might do different coloured inks. And we'll do some stamping. Okay, that looks kind of cool. I'm just going to do maybe just one of those in each book. Just do the corner of this. Choose a different page for that one. Put in there. That's the same page, isn't it? Different page for Edie. There we go. Like that. Let's have a look at what else we have. Just give that a quick clean. That'll do for now. I do give them all a nice soapy bath at some point. I found this. It's got some like beautiful flowery poppies on, which I quite liked. So let's have a look, see if we can pop one of those in there maybe. These ones. I will have to invest in some of those plastic doohickeys. Yes. That's pretty. Different page. Try this one. That is quite a nice flower. I do like that one. Let's just try like a single one. in brown. Let's get some brownie inks in there as well. Where's my lid? There it is. If this is your first time watching my channel, guys, I do have a lot of different projects and things going on my channel. I do art journaling as well as journal making. Yeah, that's nice. That's quite subtle as well, isn't that one? I've actually got a project on the go at the minute, making a junk journal look completely from junk. Absolutely, completely from junk as well. Have a good look at that one. I've got lots of different things going on. Hopefully there'll be something to keep you entertained. If you're not subscribed yet, guys, I would absolutely love it if you'd subscribe for me. I'm trying to grow my channel. And subscriptions, likes, comments, all help the good old algorithm. So I'm going to have a quick look through what else I can find. I've also decided, guys, after checking with a friend, that I'm not going to put any more decoration on the front. We don't want to be too fussy. I think they're lovely as they are, to be honest with you, because you don't, if I'm putting more decoration on the front, you're going to cover up the beautiful flowers. So I think just a little bit more stamping, and we need to find something to tie them together, and we'll be about done. So there we go, guys. Floral. We did our 2 watercolour and mixed media paintings, one in the book and one just on a piece of paper. And then we made 2 little books, little notebooks in the floral style. I found this lovely ribbon that's just holding them together gently. And I also went ahead and stuck on some little pearls. They did have good sticky on them, but I've also put a blob of the fabric glue on as well. So I'll just have a quick recap. We've got this one, our poppy one. I think that's a peony. I'm pretty sure it's a peony. And now on the inside, we've got the tags, some page decorations, a little bit of stamping. But mainly it's kept as a notebook for writing, or if people want to put their own pictures in. And the same with this one. There we go, guys. Floral. What do you think? Did you like the challenge? Are you going to have a go at it yourself? What do you think about the things I've come up with for Spin the Wheel Floral? Do you think it's a good idea? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching today. Sorry the video's been a bit bitty, but I did lose quite a lot of footage. I hope it's been interesting and informative for you. So, guys, happy crafting. We'll see you in another one.